Hello and good day everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Sir Marcy and our lesson for today is all about adding and subtracting dissimilar radicals. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated with my latest videos. Let's try to have a short review of our past lesson. Yesterday we discussed already about addition and subtraction of similar radicals. I want you to get a piece of paper and answer these 5 questions. I'm going to give you only 20 seconds to answer this. After we check your answers, please send in your scores in our chat box. Are you guys ready? Timer starts now. Alright, time's up. Now let's try to answer the following numbers. For number 1, the answer is 7 square root of 7. For number 2, we have square root of 11. Number 3, 5 square root of x minus square root of y. Number 4, the answer is 17 square root of d. And number 5, the answer is 7 square root of 2 plus 2 is square root of 3. Now, please send in your scores in our chat box. Let's see if you already mastered how to add or subtract similar radicals. For today is all about how to add and subtract dissimilar radicals. But before that, let's try to define first what is similar radicals. Dissimilar radicals are radicals with same index but different radical. In this example, we have square root of 8 and square root of 50. They have same index which is 2 and they have different radical which are 8 and 50. Next, we have different index but same radical. Let's say we have cube root of 16 and square root of 16. The index are different because the index here is 3 and the index here is 2, while the radicands are the same. And lastly, they are different index and different radicand. Just like in our example, we have cube root of 16 and square root of 8. They have different indices because the index here is 3 and 2, where the radicands are 16 and 8. There are only 2 steps in adding and subtracting dissimilar radicals. First is you have to simplify each term, and second, you have to combine like radicals. Okay, let's try to add and subtract dissimilar radicals. Let's say we're going to add the following. For number 1, we have square root of 8 plus square root of 32. Our first step is we're going to factor 8. So the factor of 8 are, we have 8 times 1 and 4 multiplied to 2. Next is we're going to circle those with perfect squares. So that's 1 and 4. So in this case, the highest perfect square we have is 4. So we're going to use this 1. And for 32, the factor of 32, we have 8 multiplied to 4. We have 16 times 2. And we have 32 times 1. Suppose these are the factors of 32. Next is we're going to circle those with perfect square. So we know that 4 is a perfect square, 16 is a perfect square, and 1 is a perfect square. So we're going to get the highest perfect square, and that is 16 times 2. So we will now rewrite it. That's the same now as square root of 4 times 2 plus square root of 16 times 2. So we will apply the product law for radicals. That's now the same as square root of 4 times square root of 2 plus square root of 16 times square root of 2. We know that 4 is a perfect square and also 16 a perfect square, and it has a square root. Square root of 4 is 2 and square root of 16 is 4. So that's now 2 square root of 2 plus 4 square root of 2. Since they are now similar radicals, we can combine them. Remember, we can factor out the common radical here, which is square root of 2. So that's now 2 plus 4 square root of 2. Then we add these two, 2 plus 4. The answer now is 6 square root of 2. Let's try to have some more examples. Suppose we're going to add square root of 32 plus square root of 128. So in square root of 32, we already have it here, and we know that the simplest form of square root of 32 is 4 square root of 2. Now let's try to factor square root of 128. Square root of 28, let's say we have here 32 times 4. We also have 64 times 2. And let's say we have 128 times 1. So we circled those with perfect square. So we know that 4 is a perfect square, 16 is a perfect square, and 1 is also a perfect square. Since 64 is the highest perfect square here, then we're going to use this as a factor. So we now have square root of 16 times 2 plus square root of 64 times 2. Then applying the product law for radicals, that's square root of 16 times square root of 2 plus square root of 64 times square root of 2. Again, square root of 16 is a perfect square, and the square root of 16 is 4. Also, square root of 64, that is 8. So our answer here now is 4 square root of 2 plus 8 square root of 2. Since they are now similar radicals, again, we can combine them. So 4 plus 8, the answer is 12. Then affix the common radical sign, which is square root of 2. Our answer now here is 12 square root of 2. Let's now proceed with our last two examples. Suppose we're going to add 5 square root of 12 plus square root of 27. So again, we're going to factor square root of 12, and the factor of square root of 12 is square root of 4 times 3. Plus square root of 27 has a factor of square root of 9 times 3. So we now simplify. That's by applying the product law for radicals. That's 5 square root of 4 times square root of 3 plus square root of 9 times square root of 3. Remember that 4 is a perfect square and it has a square root, also square root of 9. So if we're going to simplify it, that is 5 times 2, which is the square root of 4, times square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 3. Then we multiply this part. That is 5 times 2. Our answer is 10 square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 3. So we can now combine similar radicals, and the answer here is 13 square root of 3. Let's have our last example, number 4. So we have 7 square root of 27 minus 2 square root of 12 minus 3 square root of 75. So for number 4, that's the same as 7 square root of 9 times 3 minus 2 square root of 4 times 3 minus 3 square root of 25 times 3. Then applying the product rule for radicals, that's now 7 times 3 square root of 3 minus 2 times 2 square root of 3 minus 5 minus 3 times 5 square root of 3. Remember, we already simplified those with perfect square. So square root of 9 is 3, square root of 4 is 2, and square root of 25, that is 5. Then we multiply and simplify. 7 times 3, that's 21 minus 3, or minus 21 square root of 3, minus 2 times 2, that's 4 square root of 3, minus 3 times 5 square root of 3, which is 15 square root of 3. Then we now combine similar terms. So 21 minus 4 minus 15, the answer is simply 2 square root of 3. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned something new today. Goodbye!